This podcast covers sensitive topics that may be difficult for some listeners. Please take care while listening. Are you okay? Does it feel
Yeah,
good?
I just don't want it to fall off. Yeah,
I don't
we're
think
good.
it's gonna fall
We're
off.
good.
Okay. Does my face look fine? Do I have anything?
You look.
Thank you for saying that in my own house. Undrunk. Hi, everyone. Hi, Undrunkies. Welcome back to Girl Undrunk. I'm Heather, and I am so fucking excited today. I'm sitting here with my, you guessed it, park friend. This is my park friend, okay? They do exist. This is Leah. Leah, what's your last name?
Sherry.
Oh, God, right, of course.
Leah Sherry.
It's a really good last name.
It's a really great name,
Did you ever take a last name?
first and last.
Did you take
Take a last
take
name?
his last name?
No.
You didn't
no.
take your
There
ex's
was no
last name?
marriage. There was nothing
Oh, there
contractual
wasn't.
about the arrangement.
Oh, I like that.
Mhm.
Would you ever get into a contractual?
I never wanted to, and I definitely wouldn't now.
Yeah.
Now that I know what happens,
Yeah. It's too much.
I'm not sure I understand the purpose right now.
No, I think it made a lot of sense back in the day.
I can get my own credit card. I can vote.
No, and you know what? That's great. And that's enough.
That's enough. So why would I sign a legal document?
To be with a man, I wouldn't even trust.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't trust that.
Mm-hmm.
But you were common law, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so today, my friend Leah is here. Leah is sober, a therapist. And I'm going to ask her every single question I have for all therapists. Well, we have an agenda today, but, I go off script. But first of all, I want to let everyone know what we're drinking today.
What are we drinking?
As two sober guys. Was wine your thing? Did you like a wine?
Not initially, but in my second round of using, I did partake in
wine.
Well, wine is very socially appropriate drinking.
It's very appropriate, and you can drink pretty much as much as you want without anyone really noticing.
It's the gateway
Yeah.
when you are a street level addict like I was, and then you sober up and you sort out your life like I did, you can re-enter addiction having wine with dinner because nobody's going to balk at that. It's just wine with dinner.
Right. She's better now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what's funny? I went to visit my mom recently, and we were talking with one of her friends about sobriety. And she said to me, she's like, I didn't know that you were going to be sober. Like, I didn't know after rehab that the plan was full sobriety for the rest of your
Abstinence,
life.
yes.
Yeah,
Lots of people are surprised by that.
Yeah, she just thought that, like, I was going to go, kind of reset, and then
Yeah.
be able to drink like a normal person.
Yeah.
Which I think I knew I was going to have to stop. I think I had learned enough about addiction through, like, Dax Shepard's podcast that it's like, oh, it isn't all or nothing kind of deal for me. But it was just funny to hear that from her, because I would just assume, like, if I had gone home and had a glass of wine with dinner, they'd all be like,
yeah,
you know, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's interesting perspective. Speaking of wine.
Tell me about your wine.
Hey, guys, this is Pour Sport. Alana is the creator of this. I love her so much. Drink Pour Sport. 20% discount code, 0 proof. Okay, go to their website, drinkpoursport.com, and get your little discount. That's all. Okay, let's open these. Let's crack them.
Let's see what goes on. It's been a long time since I've cracked.
Is it triggering?
No.
You gonna go down to the park later and find someone under a bridge?
That's it.
Don't explode. Look how cute these little glasses are.
Oh my God.
She is.
If you had the shakes in the morning, how would you ever drink a drink like this? You know? You wouldn't.
I kind of do have the shakes in them. I have the shakes always, I think. I don't eat enough and I'm dehydrated.
Okay, wow.
I used to go like very hungover and then drinking to my nail appointments. And so my hands would be like this over the thing and they'd be like holding them. I hated that. Do you like it?
I do.
It's good, right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this drink.
There's nothing wrong with this drink.
There is nothing wrong with this drink.
It's a perfect wine.
And it's very refreshing, but also it's a nice touch if you're hosting, I think, to have something like this that hits the spot but doesn't inebriate your guests.
Totally.
I can't stand when I can sense the buzz sinking in amongst the folks I'm with.
We always
Good.
say, like, if you're going to someone's house now, like, you usually would, like, bring a bottle of wine or vodka or something, and that's like, what do you bring someone who doesn't drink?
Oh, there
Of
are
course we're Oh
options.
my god, it's so nice now, thank God. Leah, do you wanna tell me a little bit about
Mhm.
yourself? A
About
little bit about
myself,
yourself. Don't go
just
crazy. You don't
like
have to go crazy. You
just
don't have
like
to
a
tell me your inner
snapshot.
demons. What's your life looking like right now?
Right now, I'm working a lot
Mhm.
and parenting, taking care of my dog. I'm in the dog park
She's a small demon.
pretty regular. I
Yeah,
have a small demon.
small demon.
So I don't have anything interesting or exciting to say about what I'm doing in my life right now. And that's exactly
Perfect.
how
You want it.
I intended things to be
Yeah,
for myself at this age.
I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that.
I mean, I worked very hard, obviously.
Mhm.
Who doesn't? Um, and I'm sort of living in the reward of that right now. I have my own business. I have my own practice. I love
Mhm.
my work. I love my clients. I also have this JOB job that I've always had, which was a big part of
Yeah.
sorting out my life and getting sort of normal
Mhm.
um, after my first round in addiction. And so this job, I do it. It's a steady salary. So essentially, I have 3 jobs.
Parenting is one of them.
No,
Oh.
parenting is
What are your 3 jobs?
so I own my
Yeah.
my therapy practice, Blue Rabbit Therapy,
Okay, okay. You
and
own that.
yeah.
I didn't know you owned it.
Mhm.
Oh my god, you're so busy. Look
Mhm.
at you.
Mhm.
Okay. So that
Mhm.
and
And then I have my private practice, which is just me and my clients.
oh, that's not through.
Yeah, my
Okay.
my practice, Blue Rabbit, is therapists that work for me. So
Okay.
I provide them with clients. I supervise them. I support them in
Okay.
their work.
Nice. Do you like that part of it?
Uh, I do now,
Mhm.
but there were a lot of learning curves
I'd
along the
imagine
way.
it's tricky when like it's therapy. It's like we have an
Mhm.
idea about
Mhm.
people
Mhm.
regardless of like how open-minded you are. We all have an idea of people
Mhm.
and how they should be
Mhm.
treated and
Mhm.
spoken to. And if
Mhm.
someone else is going off your script, I'd imagine being like,
There was a lot I came up against, but the biggest thing that was difficult for me that had me scale back on growing a giant group practice and managing a ton of therapists was really the thing of acquiring clients right now is very difficult because this
okay,
province is saturated with therapists.
really?
Yeah. So if you want to acquire clients, you have
Hmm.
to market.
Okay.
And marketing is essentially manipulative.
Hmm.
And I don't mean that as a negative thing, but we're
Yeah.
we're we're essentially trying to convince someone to take money from their pocket and put it into our
Yeah.
pocket. So we have to present ourselves as having something to offer that solves a problem, and we're really unique and exceptional at it.
Okay. Yeah.
And when you're doing that with something like therapy, the 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 core belief that I have in therapy is that it is a very intimate, unique relationship that is based on uh, a mutual click that's unconscious,
Right.
essentially, right?
Right.
So, how can I convince you that you need to work with me? You need to work with these therapists.
Yeah.
That's really something that I feel strongly you as a client should be deciding.
Okay. Totally. So you're not just like, come on, everybody, everybody. Like you understand it has to click.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
when I was running huge Google ad campaigns, you would have people Googling therapy in the middle of the night in crisis
Yeah.
who would kind of the next day not really be sure they wanted to come to therapy or not really be, essentially at a stage in their journey where they were willing
Mm.
to sink in. And the kind of work that I do is we're sinking in.
Right. Right. We're going deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Do you like to go childhood stuff? Do you like to do that?
mm, I I like it if it's relevant for the client, but
Sure.
I know it's at the core of everything. So
Yeah.
unfortunately,
Yeah.
I often say like I'll joke around about it because it's very cliche and it's such a trope, but it does come up
Yeah.
and
Like eventually we're gonna have to talk about your mom.
pretty
Right?
much.
Yeah.
I think that's how I got into therapy school. I was in a group interview and it was all very, stressful and everyone was nervous. And I kind of cracked the joke to ease the tension. You
Hmm.
know, the question was something like, what's your experience with this? What's your take on that? I just know it's likely my mom's fault.
Yeah.
And I saw
Yeah.
the two, faculty who were conducting the interview. They looked very relieved that I had said
Hmm.
something that made
Okay.
everyone laugh.
Oh my God, that brings up so much for me already. Like, I so want to go into like the relationships between mothers and daughters because that's like
Mhm.
so intense, but we can't get
Mhm.
into that right now.
Okay.
We'll get into
Okay.
that when
Okay.
Zoe's here
Okay.
because
Okay.
she had like
Sure.
a,
Yeah.
I think
That
her,
was my first focus as a therapist.
really,
I wanted to focus on
mothers
mothers
and
and daughters.
daughters.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Because there is like a big thing there,
Huge.
right? It's like, I feel like most people have complicated, even if they're like amazing relationships, it's complicated
Mm.
with your
Oh my
mom.
God. It's foundational.
I feel like it's the most important, most impactful relationship we probably
Hmm.
all have. Boys too, but they just tend to like
Hmm.
love their moms and then want to fuck them.
Mm.
Do you ever feel like that? Not about your mom. Did you ever have a man that you had to tell you can't have sex with your mom?
No, that has not come up.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm starting to think maybe I should lean in that direction. I don't know. I mean, I'm not thinking of anyone in particular, but
Yeah. I think look back on your roster and be like, who was in love with their mother?
uh,
I'm telling you, it's out
uh,
there. I feel a little unvalidated by that, but okay, it's okay.
yeah, sorry.
You know what? It's okay.
I have to be truthful, but I'll give it some thought and we'll get
Okay.
back to it at the park, part 2.
Perfect. Can you what is your relationship with alcohol and substances today?
Today I live, without alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
without any drugs of any kind other than, the usual over-the-counter stuff. I don't I mean, I wear this like a loose garment, so I'm not rigid,
Mm-hmm.
but I am committed to total abstinence. I don't know if that makes
Okay.
sense. So I guess I am rigid about total abstinence.
Yeah.
I don't drink any alcohol whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not someone who feels nervous about alcohol in food,
Sure. Okay. Like cooking with it.
mouthwash with alcohol in it. Like I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about substances like marijuana?
No, no,
So
no cannabis.
everything is done.
No cannabis. No. I mean I don't really feel comfortable in any kind of altered state.
Really?
And I don't know if that's about being triggered per se. If like if I were to try a gummy to get to sleep, would
Mm-hmm.
I start eating gummies and then start
Drinking and then doing
drinking and then
cocaine.
start smoking pot? Like I don't know
Yeah.
if it's that. I'm really just comfortable and acquainted with this version of myself
Yeah.
that isn't wired to using something to change how I feel.
Right. How long have you been sober?
This last round is it's about 3.5 years.
Okay.
Hmm.
Nice. And you
Hmm.
don't think about it, right? You don't think about alcohol?
No,
Yeah. I think
no, I don't,
people
and I'm not bragging. Like
totally.
it's just,
No, I think Zoe is a little more like that. Like she doesn't think about it. I think she was surprised at the Zero Bar event that we did. I said like, "Oh, I think about alcohol all the time."
you do.
Yeah, and I was surprised that everyone was surprised and I was like, "Oh fuck, is this a problem?" And I think like
Yeah,
with what I'm doing here, like
yeah.
talking about sobriety, I'm not thinking about alcohol as in like I want to
Mm-hmm.
drink it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's on my mind because
Mm-hmm.
I'm journaling about it. I'm like curating episodes. I'm thinking about it. So like alcohol is on my mind, but I don't want it,
Yes.
you know? So I'm trying to figure out if that's like problematic. Zoe thinks I need to go to AA because that's like what it does. It like relieves you of the obsession of thinking about alcohol.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I think you might be onto something. I wonder if the obsession is related to your work.
Hmm.
And I don't even like small O obsession. I don't know if it
Yeah.
even qualifies as such. It's on your mind. It's
It's
on
on
your
my
mind.
mind, and I
Mm-hmm.
have heard people like when you say like you don't think about alcohol, I'm like, that's nice. Like, kind of in the same
I will
way.
say it's very nice.
Yeah, well, you know what? I don't think about food. anymore.
Right.
So,
Same.
and
Yep.
that's incredible.
These are the things. Like this is what this is I think, we have this, there's a context for lots of things contribute to how we hit bottom and realize we need to stop and then do the very difficult thing of stopping.
Yeah.
Right? A lot contributes to that.
Yeah.
And I think a huge part of what contributes to that is that we want to be free because we try to stop
Yeah.
and we can't.
Yeah.
And for me, that was that was what weighed the heaviest, was that there was this thing that had such a massive control over me.
Do you remember a moment when you were like, oh shit, I can't stop
Mhm.
this, or oh shit, I'm addicted to this, or again, or something like that?
Mhm.
Do you remember those moments?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah. There's many.
Yeah.
There's many. There's many. Well, I mean, and this is classic for us when we're not enjoying it, when we're not even feeling high anymore.
Yeah.
When we're alone,
Yeah.
using alone, chronically using alone.
I remember this one time I was sitting on my couch and I'm pretty sure, it was after my ex had broken up with me because of all this alcohol bullshit. And I was sitting alone in my old apartment, and I was sitting on the couch and I wasn't drunk. I like don't even know if I'd had alcohol that day. Maybe I already had like at lunch or whatever, but I'm sitting on my couch and I'm thinking I didn't have any alcohol in the house, and I like just muscle memory. I'm like going to Uber Eats to order wine rack, and I'm like, I don't really want to drink right now. Like I don't feel like I want to. And then my brain, I like heard myself say like, no, but you have to.
Yeah.
Like, no, you have to, because
Yeah.
and I don't even know why. Well, I guess that's the addiction.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why in this moment where I actually feel like I just want to watch a movie and not drink, my body was like, you don't want to now, but you will want to, and you're going to want to tomorrow morning. So just get the alcohol. We know.
The habit of it.
Yeah, it was weird sometimes, like fighting against it. But then obviously the next day I'm like, I want alcohol. But yeah, those moments are really scary when you're like, oh, I'm fucking out of control.
Out of control, and watching myself from a distance go through the motions of acquiring, finding ways and means, getting it, going through the thing of setting up what I need to set up so then I can then.
So sneaky, so much work,
So much work.
I know.
I really felt that at the end. And when I quit, I noticed the absence of that work.
Holy shit, right?
I was shocked.
You're like, my day is free.
I was shocked.
Let's talk a little bit about your journey with sobriety, or alcohol, or substances.
Yes.
When did you first get into alcohol, or what was your substance of choice?
Well, so I have two lives as an addict.
Okay.
So I started drinking and using when I was young, teenager.
High school?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Okay. Yeah. 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 I mean, I probably started drinking regularly, like weekend styles.
Okay.
When I was in grade 9.
Okay.
I don't know how old you are then, but.
And is that like 14?
Yeah, 14.
15? Is
13,
that
14.
something that your parents are okay with you doing?
Well, I don't think they would have loved it, but they sort of didn't. If they knew it was happening, we didn't discuss it. I mean, my parents are big partiers, heavy drinkers.
Oh, they
I
are.
grew up
Okay.
around that. Yeah.
Okay, so it probably wouldn't have been an issue either way.
Yeah, drinking wasn't considered here nor there.
Okay. Okay, so we're drinking on weekends with our
drinking on weekends. We're
friends.
going to bush parties. We're stealing bits of alcohol from normal people's parents' liquor cabinets. So I remember there was lots of minty things mixed with peachy things.
Yeah.
Like, and I sort of tolerated that for a while until I found what I liked.
Did your parents have the classic liquor cabinet?
No.
Okay.
No. There was, my mom had a bottle of rye on the counter and
because they were drinking it.
a bottle of Coke in the fridge for the mix. And my dad had skids, flats, cases of beer.
Okay.
Throughout.
Okay.
Garage, kitchen, yard.
Right. So it was never a fear when you started drinking. You weren't like, oh, this is scary for me. You're like, this is what I'm probably going to do eventually.
Oh, no. This was fantastic. This felt amazing. I mean,
okay.
But it's interesting because when I look back initially, of course, alcohol is disgusting if you don't have a taste for it. And especially the stuff you're drinking. Like, you don't know what you're doing when you're drinking. You don't have a preference. You don't have a palate for it.
Yeah. And we used to call it, I think we used to call it kitchen sink.
Kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're drinking the kitchen
The
sink.
kitchen sink, whatever's under there.
Yeah, yeah.
Gross.
But there were a few of us who sort of, and we were the alcoholics who figured out what we liked and kind of found our way into that. So
Okay. In high school.
in high school, yeah.
Okay, so this is interesting to me because my high school experience was so different. I was dancing. I was terrified. My parents were strict. There was no drinking going on until like senior year, and I like kissed a
Okay.
boy and had a drink for the first time.
Oh, okay.
I know, crazy
Same
girl.
night?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know where I was going with this. Yeah, so you already knew you were one of the ones who were like, okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna get the alcohol. Like I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
in this.
If it was dangerous, that was regulating for me. I enjoyed the danger
Really?
for sure. And then, we were the first of the crew to start smoking weed and finding the older guys who had dropped out who were selling drugs and hanging out with them. And it went sort of in this type of way.
I know
And
this is bad
then-
to say, but that's really cool. Like, because I feel like I'm a little bit reverting back into like my 15-year-old self, where I was just like dying to be mature, but I
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah.
And that would have looked
Yeah.
so cool to me. It's not cool, guys. Don't do that. But
Mhm.
that's very cool. And did you feel mature?
Did I feel mature? I don't know. I felt a part of something, which is really important. I think that's what made it for me was I had something to belong to. I had something to believe in. I had something that really greased the wheels and spun the dials and made everything feel right
Okay.
in the world. I didn't feel angular and awkward and out of place. I felt like I had come home with what we called them in those days. We were druggies. We were druggies.
Yeah.
I loved my druggies. Like,
Yeah. Oh, it's like your chosen family.
it was a
little bit.
certain look, right? And there was a pool hall in Kitchener. I lived in Waterloo, but we would, of course, go to Kitchener. If you're from Kitchener, Waterloo, you understand this very well. You would go to Kitchener to get your drugs
Okay.
at the pool halls. And
I know so many people who go to Kitchener to get their drugs.
Okay, well, then it's still going. It's
happening,
still going
yeah.
strong 40 years later.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
man.
that.
It's a whole
Kitchener,
it's a whole industry.
There'd be dragons there, as we used to say.
What's
yeah,
that?
yeah.
What's
and
dragons?
so dragons, just like it's gnarly in Kitchener.
Okay.
It's the shadow. It's the shadow of southwestern Ontario.
Damn these Kitchener kids.
Yeah, so we would go to Kitchener, and there was a certain thing to the Kitchener folk that appealed to me. They were a little more feral than I was. They were maybe, group home, foster home kids. They had
Okay.
not been under the care in
Yeah.
the way that I was. I was just slightly more cared for than they were, perhaps.
Totally.
Anyways, and I really liked that.
You did.
A lot of them had been to jail, and so some of my high school friends were like, "Leah, this might be a bit much," and I said,
Okay.
"Off you go. These are my people."
Interesting.
So I left high
So-
school. They stayed in high school. I went Kitchener side. They stayed Waterloo side, and
Okay.
but
you
this is
broke
the
off.
addict story, right? Like it gets a little more serious as
Yeah.
we go. And the next thing you know, one thing led to another, and I found myself in a cocaine crowd, addicted to cocaine.
Mhm. Are we still in high school?
I'm 18.
Okay.
So I had dropped out long ago.
Oh, you dropped out of high school.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. What
Yeah.
age?
16.
Okay. A high school dropout, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And look at you now.
Look at me now.
God, you're one of my favorite people.
Oh, Heather.
It's very true.
I adore you too.
Oh my God, thank you for saying that on my podcast.
And in your house.
And in my home, but back at the
On your
park,
couch.
fuck you.
Yeah. At the park, you
You
disgust me.
disgust me. Oh, wow. Okay,
So the first section of this journey in addiction went south very quickly. I was addicted to cocaine. I was stealing from my mother, coming to me in tears. "You've stolen the bill money. Do you want the lights shut off? I don't know what I'm going to do." I took to the streets. I was up on charges, pretty serious charges, armed robbery.
Okay, Leah.
Which I did not, by the way, commit this crime. I simply was driving the car.
Oh, she's the getaway.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's what I would want to be, the getaway.
Yeah, I'm not an armed robber.
But you did see me slink through here.
Mm.
So maybe I should be the one going in.
If I was ever going to commit an armed robbery, I feel like I would need your fairy-like ways to navigate difficult terrain.
I didn't know
Yeah.
until right now, but that is the compliment and the validation
Okay.
I've been looking for my entire life. If you, someone I think is so fucking cool, we're going to commit a robbery, you would ask
Mhm.
me to join.
Oh my God.
That's the night.
Are
That's
you kidding?
honestly, I don't have to do this anymore. This is all I've ever
Well,
wanted.
first of all, just take a look at us. Who would see us coming,
Nobody. Well, it's like that
right?
show, Good Girls.
Exactly. I'm like a frumpy mom, over the hill. You're like a,
You are not a frumpy mom.
well, I'm,
But maybe that's your superpower. You like think and
I
you're
can
just like,
pull it off.
no
I
one
can
will
pull it
ever.
off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I'm unassuming in
And
that
bing,
way.
bang, boom.
Yeah. So we could commit an armed robbery for sure. But in actual fact, I didn't.
Okay. Okay.
But I was arrested for this,
What did you
and
rob? What did they rob?
they actually robbed a drug dealer, and his
Mm-mm.
wife was there. He was pistol whipped by my friends, by my associates. I don't think they were friends.
Well, at the time they were friends and you loved them. Were
Yeah.
they men?
Yeah, of course.
Men.
Of course.
Well, that's the first problem. Yeah.
So they pistol whipped a drug dealer, took his money, took his stash.
Like in his house?
Yeah, in his house. And his wife had just immigrated,
Oh, no.
saw this go down, and she called the police, which isn't what you do
Right.
in the crime underworld.
No,
But
no,
I
no,
think
no.
she just did this.
Maybe she didn't. Do you think she knew everything?
Yeah, maybe she didn't
Maybe she
know.
didn't know.
I mean, this happened right in front of her, and she called the police. And the police found us at a motel. They surrounded our room, guns drawn, and had us come out on all fours.
Oh, God, that's embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What were you doing in the motel at this time?
Getting high.
Okay. So did you
Yeah.
think you'd gotten away with it? Or it doesn't
Yeah,
matter?
I think I was just so out of it. Lots of this type of thing would happen in the periphery all the time. Like
Okay.
people would come busting in with stacks of cash and maybe some bloody kind of knuckles, and there would be lots of like intense energy around it, and then there would be drugs, and I would be using, and it would just be how the night unfolds. So this I remember, I mean, this is pretty grim. I had just had
I'm so excited.
Oh my God, Heather. I had just had an abortion.
I knew you were
knew
going to
I was
fucking
gonna
say that.
Yeah.
Ugh, I knew it. Okay.
And that's a whole
Okay.
other story. But I was recovering from an abortion, and because I was out on a bender, I didn't have all the things you need to keep yourself contained and hygienic when you are recovering from an
there's a lot of
abortion.
aftercare.
There's a lot of
Okay.
aftercare. Essentially, you should have a bag of diapers with you,
Okay.
which I didn't, I was on a bender. So that's usually a one pair of underwear 4-day kind of situation.
I'm really glad you said that, actually, because the
Yeah.
hygiene portion of being an addict is like pretty shameful
It is.
when it's happening.
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. I escaped a house raid by undercover police
You are such a criminal.
in a miscarriage that I had bled down to my knees.
Holy
And I remember
fuck.
jumping a fence and thinking they can see the blood as I'm
Holy
jumping the fence.
shit. Did you
Yeah.
know you were pregnant?
Yeah. I didn't know I was pregnant, but I knew something had happened because now this is rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a drug house that's being surveilled by undercover police, using miscarried into my jeans. I'll handle that later because there's drugs on hand and I need to finish the drugs.
Yes.
Right? This is what we do.
Right.
This is what we do.
This is what we do.
The police come in and I'm out the back and over a fence, realizing. So I had one of these in those days. It was in vogue to wear really long tunic type sweatshirts. So I had a long sweatshirt and I pulled it down and managed my way home.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that happened. Now I find myself on my hands and knees.
Yeah. And which was first?
The miscarriage was first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This armed robbery charge and abortion into the pants, because I ended up in a jail cell. And because of who I was hanging out with, they were known criminals and they were sort of treating me like I was disgusting, and I
Okay.
kind of felt like I obviously was. Um, they weren't willing to give me a change of clothes, so I was in pretty rough shape
Why
in
do
this
they
jail
do
cell.
that?
They want you small and
They
humiliated.
do.
They need to, in every way, be bigger than you because they're terrified. I remember coming out of that hotel room and looking at the police surrounding us. They looked more afraid. They looked more afraid than we were.
Okay. And at this moment, do you think, like, rightly so, they should have been more afraid because they don't know what you have?
Well, exactly.
Hmm.
And there was a gun, but we're certainly not coming out with guns drawn.
Yeah.
There's way better ways to deal with that situation as a criminal than to start shooting at armed cops.
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's not any of your first rodeos with cops.
No,
So
no,
like,
no.
okay,
So this is
hands up.
it. We're gonna go to jail. We're probably gonna stay the night. I'm certainly only staying the night. They might not get bail.
Why are you only staying the night?
Oh, because I'm a 19-year-old white girl.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
And they were
yeah.
not white?
One of them was not white.
Okay.
One of them was black, one of them was white. But he was so known to police.
Okay, so even in like abortion pants and
Abortion pants on my knees.
yeah,
I was
high as fuck,
high as fuck.
there's
Like,
still like some privilege in that.
are you kidding? Always.
Wow.
Always.
Yeah.
Because of my white skin.
Chelsea Handler talks about that because Chelsea
100%.
Handler was often in cars with
Mm-hmm.
her exes or
Mhm.
boyfriends, and they would
Mhm.
often be black and then get pulled over, and they would just send her home, even though she was high
Every
with
time.
weed or whatever she
Every
had.
time. The only
Really?
reason that I sit here today
Uh-huh.
in the life that I have is because I was felt sorry for as a poor white girl hanging out with.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I got off
The system.
that charge for this exact reason.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh, they didn't charge you?
they dropped the charges.
Wow. Did they just basically say, like, go home?
And they said go to rehab,
But not forced.
forced.
Oh, forced.
Mhm.
Okay. So what does forced rehab look like?
It's kind of like it's a bit foggy to me, but at the time, I had been, under some medical care because had gone into the hospital for a high fever for untreated STIs.
Okay.
And, the abortion and all kinds of things were happening
Mhm.
in the nether regions. So I had a doctor
Scary.
say to me, you're on your last leg if you don't clean up, which I think they say a lot, but they
Yeah,
don't
I've heard
know.
that.
They don't know how hard we are as addicts.
Bitch, I will take drugs before I die.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No, no,
Mhm.
no, no, no. That's not going to take me down.
Yeah.
But I guess that's what they have to say.
So then when the judge is saying to me, this is all happening around the same time, when the judge is saying to me, you could end up in jail or you could go to rehab, I'm going to fast track you into Homewood.
Mhm.
So I'm going to get you a bed at Homewood, and this is what you're going to do. I just sort of followed along. Like I sort of felt like, I don't remember it being something that was a stipulation,
Okay.
but I remember it being something that I kind of needed to do because I was very worried about going back to the streets after
Okay.
being arrested
Mm-hmm.
and getting off while the people I was arrested with were not getting off. They were being charged and they were looking at 5 years.
Okay.
That's dicey territory.
Can you explain why?
Because I would be accused of being a rat. I would be
Okay.
accused of pointing my finger, explaining what happened to the police, and cutting a deal.
But when in reality, they just let you off because you were white.
Yeah.
And young. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the territory we're in. Like, we're in gang shit.
I don't even know. It's crime life. So there's
Crime
just the
life, okay.
code, the crime life code.
Wow. I want to go back a little bit because
Back even further. We're not even
No.
into like how I completely turned my life around and then started having wine with dinner and became like a
We'll get there.
okay.
I want to go back a little bit to like all the STIs and all these things because I think there's like
well, when you're having sex for drugs,
right, and I think a big portion of it too. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like my health is kind of like on the back burner when I'm addicted to
absolutely.
stuff.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like for me, it's any problem that would come up.
mm-hmm.
I'm never going to stop drinking. So I'm going to drink through it.
Drink
And
through
then
it.
that way, I don't really care, you
Mm-hmm.
know? Like
Mm-hmm.
having UTIs and being like, oh, okay, I'll go. Even though it's the worst pain ever, I'm like, I'm going to drink this bottle of wine and then I'll go to the clinic. But
Like even having a doctor say to you, you're probably going to die, and that not really being a thing that you believe is going to happen, or that's something normal people say.
do you think it's because it's like, it just seems so far in the future that like, if something is going to happen to me, it's not now? Or like, do we just not give a fuck because nothing else matters except our substances? Because it wasn't even like a thing like, oh, Heather, you're
Mm-hmm.
going to die. I wasn't even like, oh my God, I'm horrible. I'm so sad. It was like,
Neither,
okay.
neither. It's like a wire is snipped.
It's a little bit of a lobotomy.
Yeah, like I didn't have any reverence for
Mm-mm.
my life.
Mind you, every now and then I would have these like middle of the
Yes,
night, that
me
like
too.
weird sober time where you
Me
wake up
too.
and you're like, oh,
What
I'm
am
going
I
to
doing?
die.
What am I
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah. I got to stop.
I remember one time my hands were shaking so bad I couldn't use, and uh, I looked into the mirror, into my eyes to try and center myself so I could use, and I saw something in my eyes, like I saw myself. I was in a drug house. It was a horrible scene. I'm in this bathroom and I'm looking into my eyes and I can see my eyes, and I said, "Oh, you're in there. You are in there somewhere.
A little bit.
I'm coming for you. Hang tight. I'll be back." Mhm. I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Damn. That's like
Mhm.
such clarity. That just made me cry a little bit.
Mm.
That's like when I do remember these moments. Like it's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
restaurants or bars or some guy's house. Yeah. Like looking in the mirror. And it's that thing of like, I'm so fucked up.
Look at me.
Yeah.
Whoa. Is that me? Like it's
I
like
know. And
a
you kind of almost see yourself as like objective.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, this poor little girl. Like, what is okay, hang on, babe. We're coming.
It's
Like,
the death that
mhm.
it's the death that addiction is dragging you towards.
Yeah.
It's like you arrive there almost and you float above yourself and you see your living being
Mhm.
still living. It's like I describe addiction as, and being in active addiction as like being alive and dead at the same time.
Wow. Yeah.
So it's like that dead part of you sees the living part of you, and there's that split. There's that
Yeah.
severe conflict between the two.
And maybe that's why when a doctor or somebody says you're going to die, you're like, well, I'm kind of already there. Like,
100%.
you don't know what
There's
living is
nothing
like
worse
for
you could
me.
do for me,
Yeah.
to me.
Yes. This, what I'm doing now, is way worse than any death.
Mm-hmm.
It's just true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel
Mm-hmm.
horrible every day. And
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm dragging myself towards this death. And I don't want you to even talk about it because it's like, I'm so ashamed of that whole thing. I know what's going on.
Mm. Oh yeah, shame, the shame, the
The
shame,
shame, the fucking
the shame,
shame.
the
And
shame.
then, you know what is a really good cure for shame is drinking,
Exactly.
right?
Like,
Like, it's a perfect solution.
100%.
I think about that all the time when I'm just like,
What a cycle.
yeah, I'm like, you know what could just absolutely erase this bad day?
Mm.
Drinking.
I hate myself for drinking. You know what would help with that is drinking.
Totally.
That's the epitome of addiction.
Oh my God. And another thing, a big thing for me, I say this a lot, that like I wouldn't have gone to rehab when I did if drinking alcohol was making me skinny. Because I have friends
Mm.
that would drink vodka and not
This
eat
is such a
anything.
fabulous truth.
Yeah. If it
Mhm.
was making me
Mhm.
skinny,
Mhm.
I would have gotten so much sicker.
Yeah,
Like it would
I
have
know.
been,
I know.
I think at that point, then I would have had to have a big intervention or a hospital visit that sent me right in because
Yep.
what I love nothing more in life. Nothing. I don't love anything more than alcohol than being skinny.
Mm.
That's not
Mhm.
really how I feel now, but that's how I was feeling.
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
if I'm
Mhm.
not skinny, I'm upset, I'm going to drink. The drinking is so much sugar. It's making me eat pizza and get fat.
This
And that's upsetting, so I'm going to
is
drink.
like the chorus to a song
Yeah.
that would be a smash hit because it's such a relatable tune
Well, and there's
for so many
nothing you
women.
can fucking do.
Mm.
Nothing. I'm
Mm.
like, this is the life
How
I'm
do
in.
you interrupt that, right? Like how do you whack the needle off that record?
Man, I don't
Well,
know.
we've done it,
We've
so we
done
can
it.
say things that, like, I don't know, it's a series of events that
Yeah.
cobblestone and domino into finding ourselves in a circumstance where we're not using one day and then
Yeah.
we're not using the next day. I would certainly say, and I think you'll agree, rehab grabs you by the scruff of the neck and yanks you out, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, inpatient rehab,
Yeah.
like pull
Which I
me out of my
think,
life.
for me, I believe that inpatient rehab is like the only rehab you should be going to.
I agree.
Obviously, there's like an expense there, and I get it, but like
Yes, of course, of course.
outpatient,
Well, my day OHIP covered 30 days. So I got 30 days.
where?
Homewood.
Homewood. Was it
It was a
nice?
hospital. It's like
It's
a
a
hospital.
hospital.
I mean, it wasn't not nice.
Okay.
It was hospital standards.
Have you been to CAMH?
We had a smoking room.
I love that.
I
So
know.
much smoking in
I
rehab.
know, so much smoking. CAMH, no. I
No,
haven't been to CAMH.
I haven't. Have you been
No.
in there at all?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't been
Yes.
in. Is it
Yes.
lovely?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I haven't been in there like as a using person.
Right.
I refer clients there for assessment, so I've met with
Okay.
some of the team there in that regard.
Team.
A psychiatrist,
Okay. And are they CAMH? Oh, so it's not just addiction. It's like psych and stuff.
mental health.
Okay.
They
Good to
assess.
know.
They assess personality disorder. They assess depression, anxiety, PTSD.
Oh, I'm supposed to be meeting with the head of philanthropy at CAMH. We're gonna talk about some stuff because
Okay, good.
I'm very interested in like helping, of course, wherever I can. Obviously, as addicts, that's what we do.
Yes, program some dollars.
The aftercare is like really important to me because even when I went to rehab, it was like $5,000 for like I don't know, or like $3,000 for like 5 sessions after rehab, and I'm like, no, I'm going out into the world. Like I need more help for cheaper.
Yeah. And in my day, it was 12 steps. So I
Mm.
was a card carrying 12-step NA member.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was the biggest swallow I ever did.
And
that was disgusting.
A little burp. It can't be any more disgusting than abortion pants and miscarriage.
That is exactly right.
Jumping.
That's exactly right, everyone. If you're ever like, God, was that gross what I did? It's like, Leah had an abortion in her pants. My God. No, it's so funny
No
because
shame.
I always feel like the grossest thing that us as addicts do is like shitting ourselves or like pissing
Yeah,
ourselves, which is what we all do.
Yeah.
But that's a new level.
That's another
That's
level.
a really, I've never had an abortion, so.
Okay.
But, I had an IUD in there my whole life, and I didn't have sex till I was 21.
That would have been a wise thing for me to do.
It would have been
Had
wise.
I known I'd be having sex for drugs.
Except I just saw a girl on TikTok who had her IUD taken out because she was having pain, and there was a hairball.
From she had long hair, it got in the crack of her ass, and then went up in there.
Multiple times, and she was like, yeah, like if there's hair in your bed and you're having sex, it could like there's liquids and fluids and it could just jam up. And I was like,
see,
horrible.
See, I'm more upset by
The hair in the bed?
random things that can happen to the body than the brick walls I willingly drive into.
God, that's
And
the
then,
other
Of course,
thing.
I have STIs.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, first of all, who doesn't? I always say this. If you're like part of the age demographic between like, at this point, what is it, like 25 and 50? If you don't
Right.
have HPV, get outside. It's like embarrassing at this point not to have HPV. We all have it.
What are you, living off the grid?
Are you never having sex? I got HPV the first time I had sex with a man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It really fucked me up. But it's okay now.
Can I just say something?
Of course.
And I feel this way for you too.
Okay.
Our lives as addicts and our lives as sober people, I would say is likely the least interesting thing about us. I'm just going to say that this is what I believe strongly and feel.
Okay. I believe that about you. I don't yet believe that about me.
I want you to get there.
Because I think so much of my identity right now is like, I'm sober. And that's like a safety for me.
I think that's a part of, we won't rock that boat, of course. I think that might be a part of the situation where you are in this work. So in that regard, I can understand that this aspect of your life experience is interesting.
Yeah.
So it's certainly interesting lived experience. I wouldn't undermine or dismiss that in any way. And I would say, obviously, who I am today is informed by all of what we're talking about, as would you say the
Interesting.
same thing for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your work. What's happening for you? Are you okay?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
yeah. Sorry, no, I'm thinking. I'm just thinking of like, so if someone asked you about yourself,
Yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily say like, oh, I'm sober
No.
or I was an addict.
No.
Okay, because I would. Like,
Okay.
that's where I
Okay.
am. If someone's like, tell me about yourself, I'd be like, oh my God, wow, I'm sober. I was a fucking maniac
It
and now I'm
doesn't
here.
occur to me. It doesn't cross my
Okay.
mind. And it's part of my thing, not thinking about alcohol. Like it's, which maybe is a complacency, as they would say in 12 step, you got to keep your addiction green and fresh and remember where you come from and keep some vigilance around how fragile this thing is.
Right.
I don't feel that it's not fragile. I acknowledge the fragility every day when I don't use, when
Yeah.
I'm abstinent, when I don't take a sip of wine with dinner. Like,
Mhm.
I know this is fragile. I know this is a slippery slope,
Oh, yeah. And it's like right there too.
and it's right there.
Yeah.
But I'm very confident in my respect for the power that alcohol has.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very confident in my respect for abstinence as the thing that works for me.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
really, it's the only thing that works for me, and it's a decision I've already made.
I think that's a big thing when people get sober and then a
Mhm.
year goes by or 2 years go
Yeah.
by and they're like, well, my life is better. I could
Uh-huh.
have a drink with dinner.
That's what I did after
I
15 years sober. That's what
okay,
I
we'll
did.
get into that right next because I know and like this respect for the power of alcohol.
Mhm.
I know that I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I just know that.
Yeah.
It's not it's regardless of
Not
where
negotiable.
my mental health is. Let's say I'm super happy. I'm on vacation. I'm in the south of France. I'm doing all these things. I have a glass of wine. I'm fucked forever. Like I know that.
Oh.
You know? It doesn't matter how happy I am. I'm like, great, I'll drink cuz I'm happy, you know? So so you get sober. Do you get sober after this on all fours abortion pants rehab?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm all in.
And you're 19?
Yeah.
That's really young.
Yes.
It's really young. When you're going into rehab or you're at rehab, do you know like
Yeah.
this is it?
That wouldn't be the case now, and it's young people have been getting clean for a very long time, but
Mhm.
in 1992 I was the youngest person in rehab and the youngest person in Waterloo, NA.
Okay, did you kind of like that?
I enjoyed the attention.
Yeah. I would love that.
I
would
enjoyed
fucking
the
love it.
attention. I was surrounded by people. I was a
Mhm.
magical being.
Yeah, so was I. And I see that, and I think that's why I like you so
I
much. And
know.
we were just having this conversation
I do
that
see so much of that in our
yeah,
overlap.
I do too. And we were just having this conversation this morning that you're kind of like you like to be a little more isolated.
Yeah.
But we don't let you do that at the park because
Mhm.
everyone is so drawn to you. So it's
Mhm.
just like you come out the park with your little wiener dog, and we're like, Leah,
Yeah.
what you
And
want to
then-
talk
and
about
then,
today?
And then we get into it, and then I come alive.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, I remember yesterday you asked me about coming to the podcast. Am I nervous?
Mhm.
And I was thinking, I don't feel nervous about coming to talk to you, or being on a podcast. What creates anxiety for me is anything in my calendar that involves social interaction.
Oh my God. Well, yeah, like this is my event for the day.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is probably going to take me through the week.
Oh yeah, Zoe, we record on Fridays,
Mhm.
Friday mornings, and Zoe will be like, "Do you want to go to dinner on Thursday with Maddie?" And I'm like, it's like so much talking. I'm like,
Yeah,
we're gonna talk,
yeah.
then we're gonna talk the
Dinner.
next day, and then you want to
Dinner.
like hang out after the podcast. Holy shit!
Oh my God.
Like I'm exhausted already. But you know, it's also a muscle. I think
It's a
like
muscle.
socialization is a full fucking
It's
muscle.
the bandwidth. But this is what I love about the dog park is I can kind of come in as is, any mood,
Yeah.
any look, any story that I
Mhm.
need to get off my chest. And the dog park takes it on,
Yeah.
absorbs,
Yeah.
right?
We've got a good.
The dog park provides whatever the support is you need that day, you get it. And
That is true.
And even if you're not up for the theatrics and you're not up for the energy,
Mhm.
you'll know pretty quickly. You'll shut down. You'll find your own zone.
Mhm.
You'll get cranky, and no one's like, it's all allowed.
Yeah, it really
It's
is.
a real as is environment.
And I don't think it's super. I think it's actually pretty rare to have what we have.
It is. And even yesterday, somebody we see all the time with his dog
I know.
sort of showed up. Were you there?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Do you guys meet every day? Like, do you guys do this every day?"
I
And I
know.
was like, Yeah, but don't make it a thing. Like, the best part of
Yeah,
what
we're
we
not calling it
do
out.
is that there's no, we're not on a group
Nope, there's
text.
no
We
texting.
don't arrange things.
Mm-mm.
We just
It's like kismet.
summon each other
I know.
fucking twice a day.
Truly,
Like,
every day we're out there and we're like, oh my God, you again. It's like, yeah, we've been doing this for 3 years.
yeah,
It's
it's
the
pretty
best.
fucking
But also,
special.
that was kind of weird because I'm
It's
like,
special.
yeah, honey, you're out here too
I
with us
know.
almost
I was
every
like,
day.
you've seen this. Like, what are you noticing today that you haven't noticed before?
I
Yeah,
think
we do this every day, but
I
it's not a
think
thing.
he's going through a breakup, so I think maybe he's just a little all over the
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
I think he wants to join, but he doesn't realize he's already a part of.
Oh, he's already a part of
He's
the
already a character in the
invisible
cast.
group chat.
Yes,
He's already there.
he's already there.
I think about
You
him as
called
if he's
it
part.
our group think once, and I thought that was smart.
It is our group
It's our
thing.
group
And I
thing.
find it very dangerous. However, at the dog park, I'm okay with it because usually the
mm.
ideas are mine.
Yeah, you have great ideas. You do. And that's the thing of being surrounded, right?
Yeah.
Like, there is a switch that gets flipped for us
Hmm.
when we are surrounded. It's our gregarity, our gregarious way.
Yeah.
It's our extroversion that also serves to keep people at arm's length, I will say.
Yes. Yes.
It's not intimate. It can feign
Yes.
intimacy.
I'm doing a thing
I'm doing a thing.
every time, and I'm working on this with my
Yeah.
therapist right
Yeah.
now. Like, I'm doing a thing where I'm like, I'm on. And I don't even know when I'm turning on. I'm just on even before I get to the dog park. And I'm like, I'm vibrating. I'm ready. I got all my friends are here. I got stuff to say.
Yep.
And I don't know why. It's like I'm trying to put on a thing. I'm trying to like present a certain way. And it always feels crazy. And sometimes I leave the park and I'm like, why were you such a fucking psycho? Like, why can't you just be chill and sit down like our lesbian friends? They just sit. But
oh, I can turn it on. I get pretty wound up.
yeah, but I think I'm there and I'm turned on. So no one else has the opportunity to be turned on because I'm the one that's there. Do you know what I mean? Everyone turns off when I come through.
Yeah. Well, this is what I would say, and this is harder to describe. So, bear with me if this doesn't make sense, but this is what I say is the most interesting thing about us. The things that we almost know, sort of the things that are behind the things we know for sure.
Right.
And, I see it for you, and I see it for me. I see it for everyone because that's my work as a therapist is
Right.
what we're trying to do in therapy ultimately is reconcile conflicting parts of self. So what people will come to therapy to do is fix themselves.
Right.
To handle these types of things. Like, I'm working on this in therapy, this thing of turning on, doing my bit. What if it was okay that as you are is just perfect and fine the way it is? And that doesn't need to necessarily change. You could move the needle on it, but it wouldn't be something you're doing from the outside in. It'd be something that would shift as you internally no longer need to get needs met in this way.
Okay. So in that sense, I
don't
just
worry.
wait it out.
You wait it out, girl. You are how's this? How's this for like
on my podcast saying something nice? Is that what to do?
well, how's this for, a therapist kind of like undermining her own source of income? No, because I think we do need support and therapy to actually arrive here. What if you were fine as is, exactly the way you are, and there is nothing to fix, and that you are not actually in any way broken? Just the fact that you made it out of the womb is enough. You are a viable human being with brilliance, just the way you are.
I think that would feel really nice to feel that way.
Damn right it does.
Do you feel that way?
Well, yeah.
Nice.
Oh my God. I mean, of course I have
Okay.
my triggers. I get a little this and that. I mean, my patterns are still there. My triggers are still there. I'm full of all the things that I created
Yeah. All your
along the
isms.
way
Yeah.
to survive this thing of humanity and this absolutely broken world.
Yeah.
But I am not a
through.
broken person in it.
Wow.
Neither are you.
Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like I see that makes sense. I just don't, it doesn't feel like that in my
Yeah.
body yet.
It's not an entry point for therapy. Like,
Yeah.
I do not speak like this necessarily to clients
Yeah, you're like,
because
just
it's
feel good about yourself. It's fine.
just like, I don't see a problem here.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This is all in your head.
This
Just
is
forget
all
about
in your
it.
head.
Yeah.
I have a magic wand right here.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm perfect, gorgeous, and I've got no problems.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm.
No, they're real problems, and
Yeah.
it's real. You know, the parts of self that war inside are the parts that are desperate to. There's a part that, and many parts that, you know, work to protect us, right?
Mm.
So, let's say you're working on this thing in therapy, this thing where you have the bit, and what meaning have you made of this? Like, why is this a problem for you?
Because I think it's off-putting.
Off-putting.
Yeah, and sometimes I black out. Like sometimes it really, I think, started to come up because of it was happening on dates where I was doing a thing.
Key point.
Yeah. And then it was like, where else do you see this come up? And I was like, oh, always. And like at the dog park. That's easier because I'm there every day. So I can like work on that. Dating was like every now and then. And I'm like, I go on dates and then immediately leave my body. And then this person is just left to just figure out what they need from me. And then it's chaos. And then I'm like very animated. I'm over the top. I'm like intently listening. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I know I'm doing it, but I don't know when it started during the date, and I don't know how to get the fuck out of it. So I'm going to go home and feel real bad about this. And then he's going to text me tomorrow and be like, that was fun. I'm not interested. And I'm like, well, of course not. I was the Energizer Bunny, like a little crazy person, like, you know? So I think that's where then it feels like, oh, I'm so stunted. I've been drinking for 10 years. I like, you know, didn't kiss a boy till I was 18. I'm so behind in everything. And it just feels like that's when the whole world crumbles.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. So that's where we would redirect.
Right.
Is that point where you see this as something that is wrong with you because you're stunted and you didn't kiss a boy.
Right.
What if this was actually what's exactly right with you? That what you're doing is very important.
Yeah.
In leaving yourself and performing.
Oh.
This is very important.
For what?
Well, that's something to get to know.
Yeah.
Because if you do this to a part of yourself, if you like hive a part of yourself off, a part of yourself that is prevalent and believes itself to be very important and functional.
Yeah. I think it does.
Of course it does.
That version of me is like, hi, I'm here. Like,
well, if you didn't like it
Yeah.
and wanted it gone, it'd be gone.
Huh.
So it is still here for a very good reason.
Right.
What? Let's turn towards it. We don't have to now, obviously,
Yeah,
but you're going to turn towards it in therapy, and you're going to understand its purpose, its function. You are going to befriend this motherfucker.
Okay.
And you are going to watch her in action, and you are going to understand her ways, and then you are going to let her know she's no longer needed at some point.
Right.
But not yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it definitely, she gives me like a push, and then I'm like, okay. Thank you.
It's a strategy of disconnection, right? Like,
Yes.
here's who you get to see. This is what you get to know.
Yeah.
But intimacy, vulnerability is absolutely terrifying. It's actually life-threatening for people like us. So you have a very powerful presence. It's a likable presence.
Thank you.
And it will be very difficult for you to find intimate connection and partnership, as it is for me.
So you leave rehab. You're the youngest. Do you go into a sober living? What do you do after?
Yeah, well, actually, it's interesting. I was thinking about whether or not to bring this up because it's a whole other story. But last night I started watching Wayward.
Okay.
Have you seen it? The show about the cult?
I have to be really honest with you. God, the Undrunkies are.
I think I know this about you.
Yeah. I love May.
I think I know this about you.
And I'm watching it.
You want to date them or something?
Yeah. For the rest of time.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of hard not to like them. I mean,
Right?
The way they go in for a kiss is ridiculous.
No. So here's the thing. I felt myself
Ridiculous.
getting so jealous
Yeah.
and like upset that May was kissing somebody else. And not even like, I know it's not real, but
Did
I'm like,
that actor even know what they were going to get to do?
I don't know.
To be them handled by May?
Them handled is so funny. It's so
The way they come in
No.
on a kiss is...
Well, do you know, it's like the way that we all want to be kissed and they can do it from like both sides and it's so good.
It's unbelievably natural to them. Like,
I know, but when you watch them on a podcast, they are a little bit like, "Ooh," and so I like that. I like that they're a little bit like silly, but then can just lock in.
Yeah, lock in like this is what they're meant to do.
I just got
in
like
the
hot.
world. I know, me too.
It is hot in here, but
and I didn't,
May.
for whatever reason, I didn't wear deodorant, but so it's fine. I don't smell.
I'm going through something with my hormones
Yeah,
now where there isn't a deodorant I can find that like
yeah.
it smells good.
So I would like to know the backstory a little more because I know they wrote that or created that based on a friend who'd actually
Yes.
gone into a cult, and it's obviously cinematic and sensational, the whole story.
Sure.
The place I was long-term sentenced to for treatment was a place called Stonehenge in Guelph, and it was very similar to Tall Pines.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of
there was an ideology, there was a discourse,
was
there
it
were
God focused?
No,
Okay.
no, actually very much not so, but
Okay.
the God was the ideology of this cult-like way of being. So,
Okay. And did you have to go there?
I did because I actually got I forgot actually about this. I was in Homewood for 30 days and I was uh I'll say kicked out.
What did you do? You had sex?
I left.
Oh.
I left.
You broke out of the clink?
I broke out of the clink and I relapsed. I had a one-night bender and then I showed up the next morning and they said, this environment is not structured enough for you. You need a highly structured
You
environment.
need to be in a cult.
So they sent me to a cult.
Holy shit. Well, it's nice that they sent you somewhere. Was that covered?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm like, where no one's paying for
this was the tail end of the 80s. So
Okay.
money was in abundance.
In Toronto, just like as a picture, in Toronto, Waterloo, Guelph, what was the drug situation on the streets like on Queen? Like
Interesting question.
Yeah.
Because this was when we had learned to cook cocaine into freebase. So this was pre-crack.
Freebase thing, that is crack, no?
So I think crack, I don't know, but it is a simulation of freebase.
Okay. Crack kills, just say no.
So
you started.
So that was rampant when I started.
So you started cooking your coke?
Yeah.
Into freebasing.
Yeah, like really soft rocks. It wasn't like crack. I remember when I saw crack for the first time, it was yellow and ish and hard, like coffee teeth.
Yeah.
Looked like coffee stained teeth.
Let's smoke it.
And it stunk. I remember the smell was like somebody had burned plastic. And so I think I did try it once because maybe I didn't know, I don't know. And wow, the high was horrible. And then you just want to die when you're coming down. You just want to die. Yeah. And it's all you can do not to slice a throat to get some more, to come out of that I want to die feeling.
Yeah.
Freebase was like very soft and sweet. Freebase was very sweet.
Okay.
And
you smoke it?
Yeah, you put it in a pipe.
Okay.
And you smoke it. Or you put it in a joint and you smoke it nice. It's like crumbly and soft, and you crumble it into some weed and you smoke it. Maybe I'm like romanticizing this. I don't know, but
it's like a whole thing. It's
it's
a whole job.
Thing. It was a whole job, yeah. And there had to be someone there to do all that because I didn't know how to do all of that. But anyways, so we were coming out of freebase and into crack in that era. Okay. So very quickly, I think within a year or two, I was not the youngest person anymore in the rooms because crack had found its way to Kitchener-Waterloo.
Okay. Where was it first? The city?
I mean, I don't want to stereotype, but Toronto.
Oh, Toronto. Wait, why is that a stereotype?
Jane Finch.
Oh, Jane Finch. I've met
Mhm.
some wild people from Jane and
Oh, you
Finch.
have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some
Okay.
sober people,
Okay,
like
good.
who've come
Great.
out of it. I
Yeah.
love it. Anytime I talk to anyone in Toronto that's like knows, like Jane Finch always comes up. I'm like, what were you all doing over there?
What is going on
What?
over there?
And I think it's still like that, right?
I have no idea. I don't even think about these things. My relationship with Jane Finch right now is
Did you spend a lot of time there?
no.
Oh, okay.
I never went there.
Oh, you didn't go there.
But the people who came to Kitchener
Yeah.
were coming from Jane Finch.
Well, I know someone who was born like in the house, in like
In the house.
like in the house has always been Jane Finch. Wasn't even born in a hospital.
That's as from Jane Finch as you can get.
It's the most Jane Finch, and then got really into all the drugs. Of course, you have to, and it's amazing. It's so funny that there are little pockets of our city that are like rampaged by drugs, and that's just what goes on.
Rampaged.
It's wild. So wait, so
I'm at Stonehenge.
you're at Stonehenge.
And I'm raking rocks and
Okay, so you're at Stonehenge. This is sober living.
yes. Yeah.
And you're
it's a therapeutic community is what it was called.
You're not doing drugs there.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
you're
no.
raking
Oh,
rocks.
no.
You're actually raking
it's
rocks.
It's like a very rigid, strict routine.
Did you like it?
No, it was awful.
Okay. So were they mean to you?
Incredibly oppressive. They were mean to me. I was targeted because I was young and I had long blonde hair.
Pretty, yeah.
There were other young women, a few other young women.
It was mostly men?
Oh, it was all men.
Okay.
It was almost all men.
I think that is like usually they said like at my rehab that it's usually majority men, but when I was there it was like majority women, which kismet.
Yeah. I mean, I think we know, maybe I have no idea, but I hope we know better now, women with women, men with men, regardless of.
We should, but we don't.
Oh, we don't.
No.
Okay.
I had sex at rehab.
That sounds really luxurious, I guess.
Yeah.
Highly unaffordable.
I don't think I've met anyone who's gone to rehab and hasn't had like some form of like boyfriend or girlfriend. Like everyone trauma bonds there.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
but this is different. This is like wayward teens, right?
Yeah.
So is there a lot of trauma that comes out of that? Because what we know from like the documentaries and stuff, things like that, more Utah based, are like very abusive and traumatizing and not therapeutic at all.
Absolutely. I think I had a sense that because I had already been to a little bit of NA, I had a sense it didn't need to be like this. I had a sense that, definitely in 12-step, you identify your addiction as a disease, as a sickness. But outside of that, I had started to slightly like who I was, maybe from the attention I was getting.
Yeah.
And so I didn't think I needed to be broken down and built up.
Yeah.
The things they were trying to break, I didn't feel
necessary.
I felt like I needed some convincing around my entire self being utterly problematic.
Okay.
Because that's what you need to believe to.
But you didn't think
fall
that.
in line. I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't.
You're like, I'm a good person. I'm doing crazy shit right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I felt actually highly appreciative for addiction because I realized had I not found cocaine and hit bottom, I'd be out there drinking beers and smoking weed in a really kind of slow death of a fucked up, ignorant life.
Yes. Yeah. Right? There is a part of me that's like, oh, thank God that's fucking over. And now I never have to go through like a week of like, oh my God, I drank way too much this week and I'm hungover, or like I had someone died and I'm just binging. Like that's over, you know?
Yeah, this, like, as they say, the fog was really lifted for me. And I saw that living without drugs and alcohol was of huge benefit to me.
At 19.
And I think that's because I was so young.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't had a lifetime of destruction. I hadn't married the wrong person and raised kids with him for decades and then tried to sort things out. Like, I was pretty fresh. And, I mean, this program was 18 months. And I ripped
Holy shit.
Yeah.
18 months.
You're making good bank.
What the fuck are you doing for 18 months?
Well, I think looking back on it, I think part of it was a bit of a racket where people were avoiding jail time
Yeah.
People who had connections and good lawyers and money were avoiding jail time by being sentenced to Stonehenge, and the 18 months was
Prison, essentially.
like the sentence,
Okay.
the appropriate sentence.
Did it
But
feel like prison?
oh yeah,
Yeah, like
I
you couldn't
mean we
leave.
were supervised. We were
Did
So
you have friends?
no, I
Okay.
felt the craziness of this
And
place.
why couldn't you have friends? Because what I've learned from these docs and stuff, it's
Hmm.
like you rat out your neighbor, kind of.
Yeah,
There's like no
they
trust.
don't want you side processing. They don't want you coming together and recognizing that something's very wrong with what's happening.
Okay.
And also they didn't want men kind of pursuing you sexually. That was a thing.
Did
But
you have sex there?
no, but I
Wow.
had I had men. I had a memory. I was watching Wayward, and I had
Oh
kind of a
no.
memory of a guy who was assigned to kitchen duty. So he had this apron on and this hairnet, and he
Hot.
was 6 feet tall, and he was very wealthy, from a very wealthy family. And so he had like perfect skin, and he always looked like he had like lip gloss on or something. He was a very sort of interesting looking, I'm going to say frat boy
Okay.
vibes.
Okay, here we go.
And I was in the corner of a hallway. I think there was like, I was assigned to the kitchen, which was a real, like, to get assigned to the kitchen meant you were
Doing something right?
you were doing something right,
Oh,
because you didn't have
perfect.
to like clean something gross or rake rocks, right? You could like.
Yeah.
So he was in the kitchen, and I went to get something from the pantry, and he followed me, and he was looming over me, telling me, I really, we need to find somewhere to be together. I need to be alone with you. And it was that thing that
Oof.
men will do. That's mm, stands in for flattery, or like I think he felt he was complimenting me, like, you're so hot. I'm really turned on. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I need you. This kind of language. And yet I think he was like sweaty, but also with the lip gloss effect
Gross.
and the hairnet and the apron. And I just remember I'm looking up at this, and I'm like thinking,
This is a Muppet.
this is a fucking Muppet, and I may have to play along. Like, I may have to play along.
Yeah.
Like, I certainly wasn't in a position to reject him, say ew, tell on him, because it would certainly have been my fault.
And I'm just going to assume that that's not the first time you were in a situation like that,
Oh,
where we have to
I
play
mean,
along.
that's a whole other, yeah.
It is
Yeah.
a terrifying thing, and especially you're in a rehab, like a cult.
Yeah.
You're at this institution,
Yeah.
and those things are happening,
Mhm.
right? And it 1000% would have been your fault.
Well, I was already vilified as some kind of black sheep in the place, because I wasn't, I was constantly in the hot seat, that hot seat thing they do in Wayward.
Yeah.
I was constantly in the hot seat being challenged.
Is that because you were not fully
yeah,
giving in?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Did it ever work? Did you ever give in and just cry?
I did. No, I didn't cry, but I played along one day because I had decided I was going to escape. So I
My nipples just literally got hard when you said that.
zing.
That was really exciting.
Yeah, I decided I was
Okay.
going to escape, and I had a piece of the blanket with me from when I was born. It's like my blue blankio, and it has a very
Literally leave it to a drug addict to be like so fucking sentimental. Like I don't have any belongings, but I do have this ratty old blanket
And
that was
when I say ratty, like, it was like a ripped corner of the
Right.
blanket
Yeah.
that was just
Do you
like,
still have it?
oh yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I should have brought it. It's like central to my story.
Bring me one thing that like
I'll show
Yeah.
you. I'll show you this blanket in the dog park later. Okay, so I had that with me at Stonehenge, and I was also big into my journals. That was like my best friend, my one place.
Do you still have them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I ripped all the pages out of my journal, folded them, tubed them up, stuffed them in aspects of my clothing and my blue blankie, and I left at 4 a.m, walked the road.
Wait, so can you just walk out the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Holy, by yourself.
I mean, an alarm went off, but there's nobody awake. Like
Okay.
everyone's asleep. So
Like just a beep
like
beep?
just a door beep. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not an alarm, a door beep.
Okay.
So, and they had record of when I left because they saw the next morning, Leah's not here. Where'd she go? Check her room. She's gone.
Oh, shit.
Like people did often walk the road, but there was a whole ideology around it where you were made to feel like something was incredibly broken and wrong with you if you take the road. Like you are the epitome of weakness and your
Yeah.
monsters, your brokenness, your addiction has
Even
taken
we can't
over
help you.
if you walk the road.
What a metaphor for like the road you're actually walking.
Mm-hmm.
So where was this? Where is it?
It was out some highway past Guelph. So I walked the road, which
Okay,
was
so
a big
far.
road,
Like far out.
into the highway. And then I walked the highway to a phone booth and I called my mom and dad and they came and picked me up. And they were relieved. I think they had a sense that that wasn't the right place.
Do you think?
Yeah, my mom was really relieved because she missed me. I'd been there 4 months and
You only went 4 months. Okay,
Mhm.
so you didn't stay 18 months.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay. And did you get calls home?
No, I hadn't earned calls home at that point.
Yeah, that's problematic.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like any mom would be like, you hear from your kids in prison, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you should hear from
Well,
your kids.
and something that always, like I was paying attention to details, like something that really bothered me was these social workers who, worked there would come in the morning because they didn't live there. They would come in
Yeah.
and they would have gone to Tim Hortons, which was the coffee place in the 90s, and picked up themselves up a coffee and they would be carrying this Tim Hortons cup with them all day. Whereas we had to earn things like a Timbit for dessert, a chocolate milk, like a no-name brand.
Yeah, you're like, what are we doing here?
And I would look at this guy and I'd be like, you're a fucking nothing,
Yeah.
just like me.
Mm-hmm.
And you walk in and out of here. And so the whole rhetoric, and I think I challenged him on it. And he said, well, I didn't get arrested for armed robbery. I did not, hit the streets with cocaine. And I was like, yeah, but that's not that's not differentiating.
Mm-mm. That's just situational.
Yeah.
That's
And
yeah.
who knows what your creepy, at least my creepy shit is obvious.
Like, by the way, you're a fucking asshole to bring in a Tim Hortons cup when we all are like
yeah,
starving.
Yeah.
Like, no, man.
Didn't even notice, right? Like,
No.
so I think it was little things like that that made me realize this is a farce. This is a crock of
When you
shit.
start to see the cracks, and honestly, 4 months is a really long time.
It kind of is when I look back, but I
Yeah.
kind of, when I recognized what I'd been through and I got on my feet really quickly, started going to NA and, got a job, all the things, finished high school using like correspondence
did.
courses. Yep.
Good for you.
Applied to university on a like a prank and got accepted
Nice. Where?
in Waterloo at Laurier.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even know what I wanted to take, just started taking courses that read nicely in the course calendar.
Mm-hmm.
One thing led to another, and I built a really amazing, socially appropriate, healthy life. But,
And you're not drinking at all.
no, I'm in NA.
Yeah, like you're fully.
I am like religious in NA.
Okay.
I'm going to a meeting a day. I'm sponsoring women.
Wow.
I'm running step groups. I'm doing service. I
All
get
in.
elected as the chair of the area. I get asked to speak at a major convention as the main speaker.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I was
in it.
I was famous.
You're the best one at NA.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was a known entity.
It's very important. I was the best one at rehab.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
very
Like a
important.
whirlwind.
Yeah.
A whirlwind.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was very important. I did well with that. Like,
Yeah.
that helped me a lot.
Were you
because
like that your whole life, like in school and stuff? Were you like, oh, I have
No.
to be the best? No, me
Not
either. I
even
hated it
close,
all.
Not even close.
It's personality based.
Yeah, and environment based. Like the context of work and school, I always felt like an imposter. Like this is where they'll know I'm not smart. This is where they'll know I can't do this job. I'm just faking
Oh my
it.
God. That's why any job I ever had, I've always been bad at, and that's not me being hard on myself. I'm really not good at the jobs I was doing. But any job I would have, I would like just kiss the ass of whoever was my boss.
Mm-hmm.
That way you like me. So if I fuck up, it's just like, that's just Heather. It's like, you're not actually going to get so mad at me because like you love me, you know? And that's my saving grace.
Well, and you said it, literally a saving grace,
Mhm.
right? Like these patterns of behavior are quite effective
Yeah.
for a end game, end goal purpose.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
nobody ever gets to really know us. That's what I think is
That
very
is
sad
part of it
for
too,
me.
though. Like
That's
the
what I feel sad about.
awareness. Yeah. Like the awareness of like, oh, I know I'm going into this, or I know I feel this certain way, or like I leave my body at this time. Like, yeah, not
Mhm.
everyone's going to get to know that. You just can't, because I'm always
Mhm.
putting something on. There's always
Mhm.
some sort of facade, except for maybe Ian.
Oh, Ian gets to know
I think he just,
the
yeah.
real you. He's very easy to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's our whole thing. We just go to the dog park and talk about mental health.
He's very safe.
I love him.
Mhm.
So easy.
Mhm.
You're 19. You're in all these things. You're heading the groups. You're bop. You're the best one in AA. You're not doing drugs. You're just a nice girl.
Mhm.
Obviously, there's a second round coming in eventually,
Oh,
but not
yeah.
for 15 years.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
15 years, what are we doing?
Oh. Seized the fucking world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I led my charge. I felt like a house on fire. It's probably the best time of my life.
Okay. You
Mhm.
just traveled everywhere.
Yep. And I, I worked full time and finished university part time. I worked full time, finished grad school part time.
What did you get degrees in?
So initially, I found my way in cultural studies, women's studies, communication studies. That's my undergrad. And then, so at that time, I was sort of newly politicized through all the things I was learning at school, and I had done some traveling, but realized this is a weird way to travel, to show up in a country, that's predominantly, brown or black, and see what's happening there and peer in as a voyeur
And
off a bus with a group of white people.
Yeah.
So I was like, and grain of salt, like I understand this now to be, poverty tourism and all
Sure.
sort of the ethnocentric problems with what it means to be someone who's white and privileged and Western and whatever
Yeah,
from this part of the world.
we're
and
in our
wants-
20s. We just stopped doing crack. We are on the road.
Oh my God! Not only am I on the road, I'm going to make up for the my colonizing, ancestors. I'm German and British, so
Oh, the worst
right,
ones.
the worst ones.
Oh no.
So I'm going to travel the world and save
humanity.
humanity.
Yeah.
A-
Damn,
and
we really
so-
have that when we're in our 20s, eh? You're like, I'm gonna solve racism.
Yeah,
I've got it. We're all friends now.
So problematic. So I decided I wanted to live immersed in a different culture, not just travel. And I ended up in India with a group of people. I fell in love with being there and decided I want to stay beyond the original 6 months. So
how did you handle the heat?
Oh, same way I handled everything else.
You just did it.
I overrode discomfort.
Yeah.
And felt very purposeful. I kind of, it was a badge of honor that the heat, the smells, the crowds, none of that bothered me.
Yeah.
I wasn't like the other white people.
Right. Oh, I'm so different. 100%. Did you fall in love there?
Yes, I
You did, yeah.
absolutely. Eventually. But initially what I was in love with was being somewhere other than Kitchener-Waterloo.
Yeah.
And feeling what that felt like, to have my sort of experience of the world and myself cracked open.
Yeah.
So there's a lot happening. India's a whole story. But 6 months turned into 2 years, and I was out I had started a business there and had taken a vacation out to the Himalayas to do some trekking, and was in a remote Himalayan village that went into a military coup because there had been a local Buddhist Lama was murdered by an Islamic fundamentalist.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
This type of thing. And so
Classic.
the town shut down and we had to go and lock up in our hotels, and we were allowed one phone call a day. We could come out of the hotel and the military would get us safely to a phone booth where we could make a phone call.
Oh, it's like, okay, so we're dangerous. We're in dangerous territory.
Yeah, it's just a lockdown to
Yeah.
ensure that it was a big tourist kind of like destination for trekkers.
Okay.
So there were a lot of foreigners and a lot of like tourist
Yeah, I had to keep them all in the
industry
same
there.
place.
So anyways, I never would have done this because I didn't really stay too in touch with my family when I was living in it. I mean, I did, but it wasn't like
It's not now where
we
you
weren't
have,
codependent
Yeah.
about it. It was just
yeah,
like,
we're not FaceTiming every day.
oh God.
Yeah.
So because we had this specific phone call time, I was like, well, I might as well use my call to check in with my parents, especially if they're hearing there's some kind of military coup.
Maybe give Dad a call.
Yeah, but of course they weren't, because nobody cares in the West about what's happening in the East. I know we don't say West and East anymore, but I'm from the fucking 90s. I can say
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that.
I never know what direction we're talking about, but
Yeah, I know. What's the center of the earth? Africa, right?
Oh, I thought it was me. I guess I've been mistaken, but I'm going to continue contacting myself in this way.
Oh, is it China? Is it Africa? Is it sometimes it's India, actually, depending on who we're talking to. But okay, I called home. My mom answered, and I knew right away something was different in her voice. And she said, I am so happy you called. I had a feeling you were going to call. Dad's in the hospital.
Oh.
And I immediately, I remember this moment. I'll never forget this moment. I remember immediately thinking, who's dad? Because it wouldn't be my dad, because my dad was cut from stone. He was as solid
Yeah.
as God's earth. Like,
He couldn't be.
there was nobody more consistent and more hearty and more forever than my dad.
Yeah.
It was my dad. And he was on a canoe trip. And he turned yellow. His eyes turned yellow. He started
Oh.
hallucinating. Also very unusual for my dad. This,
Yeah, his brain is stone too.
stoic,
Yeah.
sensible. They had to canoe him out, get him to the hospital. He was diagnosed with liver disease, a sudden onset.
Why?
And
No diabetes?
nothing. I rushed home from this remote Himalayan village in a military coup and a monsoon. I rushed home, got to the Delhi airport, flew home. My friends came to the airport to pick me up, which I thought was weird. And they were very solemn.
Oh, no. No.
And they had seen my dad and been to see my dad and knew he's going to die.
Oh.
He doesn't qualify for a liver transplant because his diagnosis is alcoholic liver disease.
Is he an alcoholic?
Yeah. But he's, my parents were highly functional alcoholics.
Yeah. Everyone's dad
For
is
the
a
most part.
functional alcoholic. Yeah.
For the most part. It was my mom's drinking was always problematic. And my mom was the one we always thought was going to, spiral into some type of disastrous, tragic early death.
Yeah.
So it was incredibly shocking, surprising, groundbreaking that this was happening. And before we could even acknowledge that we should have some end of life conversations, we should consider this as grave and imminent, he then did die. And that I've never been the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That
I'm
was
so
in
sorry.
2001. Yeah.
Was that before or after 9/11?
Wait a second. It would have been before,
Before
wouldn't it?
9/11?
Yeah.
So he saw it.
No. When was 9/11? 2005.
2001.
2005.
No, 2001. September 11th, 2001. I was in grade 1. I'm very, very specific about 9/11.
Then you know what? Then he died in 2000. You're right. Because my first...
See, this is why you bring up 9/11. It's an easy marker.
Because 2000... Oh, it really is. For me, it's the pandemic, March 2020, 2020.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're right. It was, and I feel like that whole year I blocked out because I turned the century in India. I was in India, came home. My dad died, and then I went to teacher's college.
Oh, okay. So we switched our life. We turned our
Mhm,
life around.
mhm.
Or not turned around, but we took a corner.
I took a corner from fundraising in India and running NGOs to I need to settle into a proper career.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't be gallivanting all over the
And I
Himalayas. What are we
think
talking
that's
about?
actually what my mentor actually said those very words to me. This gallivanting needs to stop.
Was it me?
Yes, it was.
I was 7 and very excited about 9/11.
You were very excited about 9/11.
I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then okay, so we go to teachers college.
Go to teacher's college, become a teacher. Hate that. Hate that. Of course, I hate that.
Yeah.
But it's a highly approvable life. Approvable life. Like my
Mhm.
mom is, of course, very happy, and it's important to make my mom happy because seeing your parent without their person is an aspect of losing a parent that you don't anticipate until it happens. It's a
Right.
part of the grief that almost feels like its own separate loss with its own Olympic-sized pool
Mm.
of grief. Like seeing her without my dad, I would have done anything to, right?
Oh yeah.
Make her
Oh
feel
yeah.
okay in the world.
I'll just stop my whole life and live with
So I
my
went to
mom.
teacher college. She was very happy. I became a teacher. I hated it. She was still very happy. And then I found my way in teaching. I found that there were programs that had kids like me
Mm.
that I could teach at, and no one wanted those jobs because no one wanted to be around those kids. So I easily got these jobs,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
became an expert.
I am those kids.
I became such an expert in this. I was seconded to the ministry.
What does that mean?
It means that the Ministry of Education sees you and says, we want her on our expert panel advising on legislation.
Oh my God.
So I was brought in to advise on anti-bullying legislation.
Oh, didn't work.
No, of course it didn't. It also wasn't the arrival I thought it would be. That's when I realized I have achieved the epitome of what I ever thought I would achieve in this education career, including starting a PhD and dropping out. This life is not for me. I am not meant
That's how I feel.
to work.
Yeah, that is how I feel. I'm like, I know this is the dumbest fucking thing to say, but like, I literally can't do a job that I don't like, or I will not do it.
Yeah.
And I will get
Yeah.
fired every
Yeah.
time.
Well, I think your generation is getting away with this in a way.
Yeah.
There are alternate streams. There are ways and means. In my time, you just worked.
Yeah.
And if you hated it, you just hated your life.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever came of that comes of that.
Right.
So I was a workaholic. I was clean and whatever, but I was a workaholic.
Okay.
And in 2009,
8 years after 9/11.
8 years exactly after 9/11, I decided I was going to have wine with dinner.
Do you like how the whole entire story, that's the thing I gasped at?
I know. I like that it's our little touchstone.
I
Out
know.
of all the things.
Holy shit. Okay, so you're single at this point?
Yep.
Okay, and you're like, you know what? I'm good.
I was in a terrible, not terrible, it was heartbreaking breakup with my daughter's father.
Okay.
In 2009. We had met. He was fresh out of his marriage. So he was sort of, I don't know. I was, of course, highly anxiously attached and willing to wait for him and do anything to hang in there while he figured out what he wanted. And then in the end, what he wanted was to date other women.
Oh.
So
It's fun when that's the solution.
because he'd never done that before.
You're like,
so
oh, you don't want to be with. Okay, that's
I mean,
what it
I
was.
am ultimately the best option that's
Yes,
available.
of course.
But I see why you would want to figure that out for yourself.
Yeah.
So
They can't handle the best.
he went off, and I decided I need to start going back to India. I need to start going back to California. I also have a love affair with California. And so I started doing that. And at that time, California was having a real craft beer movement.
Okay.
So it actually I should say it wasn't wine with dinner that I decided to do. That's kind of the metaphor. What I decided to do was drink a delicious beer with a friend from climbing who didn't know I was sober, because I was so
course.
sober and so
Yeah.
normal and stopped going to NA that nobody even knew that
Yeah.
I was a sober person. It didn't matter. It wasn't an interesting part of my life.
Yeah.
We would go out for sushi after climbing, and some people would get beer, some people wouldn't. It wasn't a thing. No one
Yeah.
was looking at my ginger ale.
Yeah. Okay.
So a girlfriend from climbing invited me out. Here's my opportunity. I order a beer. This was at the Beaver on Queen Street. I don't know if
Okay.
anyone remembers the Beaver, but it was a nice little spot.
I love that you remember it. Well, of course you do.
Unbeknownst to her, I'm having my first beer in 15 years as a sober recovering addict.
What did that even okay.
Oh, I felt so sneaky.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to say, and I don't want to be triggering to listeners, that beer made me feel like a goddess. I still remember that beer and the way it felt, the warmth that it brought to my body, the ease that came into my bones.
Did you feel like you were home?
Like the joy
right?
of melting into my own skin and belonging there.
I think that's a part where it's like, not only when you drink, you feel like you're home, you feel like you're you.
That's it. And like I was being acquainted with a long lost
Yeah. You're like, there she is.
everything. And I loved how normal it was to have a beer. I was like, well, I'm not snorting fucking lines off someone's tits right now.
Yeah, literally. Like, I'm not at that in Walmart with the baby changing table. Like, I'm at a establishment.
No, I'm at an establishment with a respectable, beautiful human being.
Yeah.
Who I rock climb with.
Yeah.
Having a beer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bike home to my cute little apartment in Parkdale. And I'm going to go to sleep. And I'm going to get up and go to fucking work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm probably even going to have a shower and eat breakfast.
Wow.
I will likely brush my teeth. Like, I'm clearly fine.
Yeah.
This is nothing like it was before.
And
then I decided on a Friday I should probably grab a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Just for the weekend. Just to kind of get through the beautiful weekend that we have upon us in Parkdale.
Why not?
Yeah. And so 6-pack, that Friday afternoon beer, like I felt like when I would get home from work and crack that first beer, I would feel like there was dancing.
Yes.
Dancing in my body.
Yeah.
Right?
I know that feeling. It's like all the way up.
The dance.
You're
like
so
you could
excited.
Fucking punch the sky.
Yeah. And it's like your little secret. It's like what this is about to do to me is like something you don't even understand.
You don't even understand. And so I think I would just obviously you have to keep that going, because the thing I always found interesting about alcohol in hindsight was how quick that buzz is and how you do have to keep drinking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when you come off of that, I was not good at that part of drinking.
I didn't often do it. I didn't often come off the buzz.
Me neither.
Right?
Me neither. Yeah.
Definitely not at the end.
So I'd drink till I slept, wake up, repeat. This continued to happen. And yeah, so 2009 until 2020, I got clean.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
In 2020, in February of 2020.
From 2009 to 2020? That's when you were drinking? Oh, shit. Okay. And we're in full-blown addiction again?
We're in full-blown, but because I've got this normal life, there are sections of time where I'm sort of not drinking, but not because I have a problem, just because I'm a normal person and this is not a drinking time. Like, I think what I was doing, what you would classify as, it was a bit bingey. Like, I would do some benders for a while, and then I would sort things out for a while. And then I would do some benders for a while and sort things out for a while. But not because I was trying to quit or because it was even on my mind. I think I would just naturally go there.
Right. And in this time, you also had a kid.
Yeah, I had a kid in 2013.
Which is 12 years after 9/11 and 2013. And you're drinking. Did you drink?
Well, when we were trying to get pregnant, I came off. Like I wasn't drinking. It didn't feel like a thing. again, that contributed to my sense of normalcy. Like, look, I'm fine. I can drink. I can not drink.
Yeah.
It's all good.
And then when did it get to a point where you were like, oh, fuck, I've got to stop?
So after my daughter was born, so the week my daughter was born, so there was no using through pregnancy, all that. That was all fine. And then
Did you crave it during pregnancy?
not at all.
Okay, yeah.
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 I was,
Some people really don't
yeah,
crave
I was
it.
in another world.
Yeah.
I was in another world. Then the week that my daughter was born, my mother died finally.
From
Smoking and drinking.
perfect.
Mm-hmm. And I was, had significant postpartum anxiety, not because my mother died, but because
I mean-
had a propensity for that, and sure enough, full blown. And then she died, so that's
That's fucking crazy.
I mean, there's no way to even describe what that
No.
was like. I mean, a newborn and my newborn at my mom's funeral and all of that. Like it's
so weird.
It's a bit of a whirl.
Yeah.
So we got through that, and then it was a hard year. Like that's probably a whole other topic, but I don't think maternal instinct is actually a natural thing. I think that maternal instinct is something you earn after surviving how hard and awful it feels to have a baby, and how hard and awful it feels that it's hard and awful, because we are promised that it is amazing.
Yeah. Okay. That is a whole other topic.
It is.
We will have to get into that.
It was hard and awful, and I also had this postpartum anxiety, and also my parents had both died from addiction, and what was I to make of all of that? And carrying always a sense of myself as broken and less than, and certainly my partner at the time, my daughter's father, being pretty much near perfect human being, highly socially acceptable, very well put together.
I will say, though,
it didn't help.
But I will say, the men,
Get away with a lot more.
Yes, and the seemingly perfect men that come into our lives seem really perfect because we think we're pieces of shit.
That's a great point.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're really not.
They're really
can't
not.
be.
And nor did he claim to be. And
Yeah.
anytime I sort of would acknowledge in the relationship, this is problematic for me because I feel like such a street urchin compared to you. You're
Yeah.
like, well, handle that, because you're not. Like,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know how to.
It's a dangerous place, though, when you have the man up on a pedestal. Just
he was idealized entirely. So I went to my doctor, who said, well, you can certainly safely take, anti-anxiety medication for your OCD and for your postpartum anxiety, which has gone through the roof. What you can also try, what we're doing with new moms, is we're prescribing cannabis. It wasn't legal yet, or
Okay.
it was legal for medicinal.
Okay. I'm like already hating it.
Yeah. So I started using, after my daughter would go to bed. She was just over a year. I would take a tiny hit off of like an OG vape. Like this thing was like, looked like a prototype from some kid's fucking mother's basement. And
batteries not included.
Take a tiny hit off this thing and watch an episode of Master Chef. And I felt
lovely.
Everything was fine.
Yeah.
Everything was going to be fine. And you know how this goes. By the time I called Jane Tweed to get some help with day treatment, because I didn't want my daughter to miss me, I didn't, want to go anywhere overnight, right? So I knew I
I'm
could do a day
assuming you're
treatment.
thinking, I've already done it. I don't need to go anywhere.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, and I was like, this is not a 12-step situation.
No, you're like, I know what this
I
is.
need a serious intervention. I need to shake out the cobwebs. I know what I'm doing. I'll take 3 weeks off work and I'll go to Jane Tweed in Etobicoke in the morning, and I'll do their therapy groups and understand why I'm using at this chronic level. And, because I had tried to stop. I was smoking like an enormous amount of weed a week, and I wasn't feeling anything. And it was very busy, right? Like to procure that much cannabis, and it had just become legal also in the fall before I sobered up.
Okay.
And the OPP had just started introducing technology to test if you were impaired driving with cannabis alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very nervous because, of course, I drove high, which I didn't feel. And anyone who's a chronic weed smoker knows you're not high.
No, you're just like maintaining.
You're just normal.
Yeah.
So I drove not thinking I was high, but surely I would test as impaired. So I got very nervous. I was like, I think I need to rein this in, but I couldn't rein it in. I would still smoke in the car while I'm driving. Not even thinking if I got pulled over, not only would I test high, but the car would smell like marijuana.
Oh, yeah.
The invincibility of a using addict.
Truly.
So I went, anyways, I couldn't stop, went to Jane Tweed, and, you know, I'm once I crack the back of the thing, I'm pretty good.
Okay. We also like know you have to be.
I think I
sober.
know that this is, I don't fuck around with the
should I not? Can I be? Can I not? It's like, oh, fuck me. I'm already here. I got to be done.
And I reacquainted with friends who I'd got clean with in the 90s who were still clean and had like 30 years in NA and were like,
so cool.
Yeah.
So
it was a whole thing. It was pretty fun.
So you did do a day program.
I did, yeah.
And that helped.
Yes.
Okay.
It was.
Wow. Well, it's a great way to like end it too, because it's like marijuana is so addictive.
Well, and again, unseemingly so.
Unseemingly so.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this before. Anything that will let me dissociate and lie in my bed all day, I'm fucking doing it. So like this idea that microdosing shrooms or shrooms in general or weed isn't addictive, I'm like, all right, come over and watch me rot for 48 hours.
It's a matter of time.
Yeah, it really is. Damn. I feel like, I mean, I know there's so much more to your story. There's like an insane amount, but
the dogs have to go to the park.
Dogs have to go to the park. But I am so grateful that you came in today.
My God,
this was
one
of my
blast.
favorite conversations.
Did we have fun? Like I had fun.
Oh my God,
this a podcast? Is this what one does on a
yes,
podcast?
you did such a good job.
Yeah.
And I feel like you carried the entire thing, and I'm just like listening to you, which is what I kind of love to do anyway at the park. But thank you so much for coming. And I'm honestly like, I feel like we're closer now.
I adore you.
I adore you. And I'm really fucking proud of you.
I am unbelievably proud of you because I know what you're doing. We know this isn't easy.
Yeah. No, it's the secret club that we have that like I know. And even though you don't think about alcohol all the time, it's like we've gone through this fucking shit regardless of like the differences in it. It's like it's really hard to do.
And what I know is the hardest thing is the chop wood carry water day to day of addressing why we used in the first place.
Yeah.
And that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
In your life.
Yeah. I'm very aware now. Any trigger, I'm like, oh, I would have drank about that. And it's really fucking cool that I won't, you know?
Well, even just, this thing of like, I've stopped working on myself and fixing myself because I adore as is. I'm aware of the triggery things. I mean, I sort of just feel like the work is to accept. The work is to be with.
Yeah.
Bring presence to.
Yeah.
Not exile and abandon parts of me that are disgusting.
Yeah.
It's all in. It is all in.
It is.
Because that is ultimately what's going to keep drinking uninteresting to me.
Totally. And as like cool as it is to hop a fence with a miscarriage happening.
Like, what a story.
What a story. We don't need to do that again.
It's very sensational.
It's so sensational.
And so uninteresting to me. Like, stories are fun and stories are whatever, and they're vibrant. It brings
But it is not why I like you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
100%.
And isn't that cool? Like our crazy fucking stories is not the reason why we like each other.
It's sort of like a wow.
It's a bonus.
Yikes. Okay. It's like whatever. It's the thing we almost know.
Yeah.
It's an unconscious communication.
Yeah. And we fucking survived it.
Yes.
All right, let's take these kids to the park.
Okay.
All right, proud of you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Girl Undrunk. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Girl Undrunk Podcast and or send me an email at heather@girlundrunk.com. At the park, she's like, "You're fucking disgusting today." No.
I don't want to be rude here.
Yeah, no. You're like, I have to be a recurring guest, actually.
Yes, I should be, actually.
Well, I want you to come back when Zoe's here because we have a lot of questions.
I'd love to meet Zoe.